they kind of throw them away, so Dad got them for his bale wagon. So I had this little hopped up little valley up there. And I put them on there, like they're like wide, so they're like slick. And Jim, Dick Chenard, we're out heading somewhere to a party, and we're going around that corner by Ellen's there, by the Somerville. And the dang thing, them tires, put a bunch of shit on the road or dirt from the field work. The tires, just because they're slicky, no grip, slid right off the road, and we rolled it about 3 times there.
How old were you?
Oh,
Jeez, that's scary.
a lot of people rolled on that corner. Dad will come. Now that's a baby Oriole. There's probably about 4 or 5 of them. Then the mama and the mom. The mom is almost the color of that. But the babies are all like that.
Wow, it's pretty.
Let's see. Everybody I know who has a terminal disease is faced with similar issues. I'm not afraid of being dead. I'm afraid of getting dead. Over the years, I had a very close relationship with several African American pastors in our community. We have eaten together, played golf together, laughed together, traveled together, and cried together. We have spent hundreds of hours together. In the process, we have become close friends. And I noticed early on in our relationship that African American pastors pray differently than white pastors do. Their prayers emerge out of a long history of suffering. And for that reason, they are a lot different than white prayers. African American pastors almost always begin their prayer this way: God, thank you for waking me up this morning. I don't think I have ever heard a white pastor pray such a prayer. We take waking up for granted, but those who suffer do not take waking up for granted. They are grateful for every day that God gives them. They recognize the goodness of God with the rising sun. So to this day I pray, God, thank you for waking me up this morning. I want to embrace every day, however limited my days may be, as a gift from God. I want to live this day to its fullest. I know there are things I can no longer do. I know I am facing daily limitations, but I want to focus on what I can do, not on what I can't do. So help me, God. I know this day will never be repeated. I know I cannot live it over again. Help me to live it to the fullest. He cared. He wanted them to know that he was pursuing them. That is God's motive throughout the entire Bible. The Bible is not the story of us human beings pursuing God. Rather, that's the lie. It's not that. The story of God is pursuing us. Called Abraham and Moses. God gave the Torah on Mount Sinai. God expressed his love by sending his son Jesus to the world. God sent the Holy Spirit after Jesus ascended to heaven. Yes, the Bible is the story of God pursuing us. Even though I feel abandoned by God, even though my prayers seem to get no further than the ceiling of my bedroom, even though I feel lost and abiding truth remains, God has not abandoned me. God is not silent. God is pursuing me and asking, where are you? God cares about my condition and is moving in the circumstances of life. As broken as they may be, he cares where I'm at. So be encouraged. The God who came down from heaven to pursue Adam and Eve is the same God who comes into your life and cares about you. He is still asking the same question. Where are you? So answer. I'm here, God. I'm struggling. I'm sinking. I'm in darkness. I'm afraid. But thanks for asking. Lynn Ebb's story. Very good story. She was a pastor's wife. And they didn't think she would make it either, and they did everything to her.
Yeah.
But she's fine now, and she couldn't. And then she was worried about me, she'd have to quit her job and all that. And when she got healed, God brought her a bigger and better one in ministry. So you think it's doom and gloom, but you don't know the end. You gotta wait on Him. God today uses this same formula to add your own dimension to it. If you prefer, you can substitute the word praise for the word bless. When you bless God, you are not adding value to God in the same sense that God is blessing you. You are praising God as the source of every good, perfect gift. Blessed are you, God, or God, King of the universe, who I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. There's just so many cool little stories in here.
You are so funny. You are so funny. Woo. 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 Woo.
And we put them in pretty soon when they got bigger and bigger, we put them in a cage. And I'm sure the mothers were coming at night, because you could hear them at night. The little ones were trying to bark. And it sounded like a cat trying to bark. It had a funny little bark,
Yeah.
the babies. And then they got bigger and bigger, and then we'd kind of let them run around, and they would hang out as long as we fed them. And then, sure enough, Dad was right. Started catching chickens.
Oh boy.
When they started doing that, they had to go. So Danny, the hunter, he had to shoot them. When they got real big, they were, they got pretty nice, big.
Yeah.
But the funny thing was you could lay in the grass and play with them like little kitties.
Yeah.
They were so domesticated. But we probably ruined their life doing that. But that's a memory. Trying to think, did I dream that, or did Dad have sheep? And I think he did. We only had not very many. I just barely remember this. He had a couple of them. And Dad, I never knew of him. He must have had just a couple of them, because I remember feeding them little plums or apples through the fence. They would munch them right out of your hands. Very vague memory of that. How about duck, duck, gray duck?
Yeah.
What about
We just sit in circles.
Yeah. Show it. Then tell us how you play it. Sit in a circle and they walk around you.
And you would touch somebody.
You touch somebody.
No, you would touch somebody.
Push them.
pick something?
No,
You pick.
touch somebody.
And then you gotta get up and run.
Uh-huh.
Do you run fast when you get up?
And you just get people's own spot.
Oh.
There's
Oh.
more spot than you, but then try to count around.
You gotta run around till you find the spot.
You gotta get the spot though.
Yeah.
But you have to get somebody else's spot. And
How do you get them out of the spot? By,
you don't get
Oh,
people out of the spot.
oh, you don't? Okay.
this
I
is very
get it.
complicated.
Now it's complicated to explain it, ain't it? So you think it's doom and gloom, but you don't know the end. You gotta wait on him.